So in this video, I'm going to share with you guys the 3 most important key serving tosses that you need to know about. Now there are different variations and combinations of these 3 main serving tosses, but that's for another video. If you're a beginner or improver level player, then I recommend a slightly different approach to practicing your serving toss, so watch my other video for that. But now let's get into it. Now the first toss that I want you to guys know about is what I call it the power toss or the first serve toss. The placement for this toss will be slightly in front of you, slightly to the side. So if you let the ball fall, so if you didn't hit it, so if you toss the ball up for the first serve but you didn't hit it and let it fall, you'll see the ball falling in front of you, inside the court, in front of the baseline. If we use the clock analogy, for a right-handed player, this toss will fall somewhere between 12:30 to 1 o'clock. And if you're a left-handed player, then this toss will fall somewhere between 11 to 11:30 o'clock. Now, the biggest advantage of this toss is that it's going to be allowing you for greater power and greater speed. The reason for that is because you're going to be transferring a lot more body weight into the shot because the ball's in front of you, and you're also going to be able to get a lot more racket speed because of the angle. The disadvantage of this toss is that it's a lot more riskier. So the ball is going to be going a lot lower over the net. It's going to be getting much closer to the service line, so there is less margin for error. Now this first serve or the power serve toss will be good if you're doing it probably on the first serve and capitalizing on just getting more power on the serve, but you're willing to give up a little bit more control or safety. So the next serving toss that I want you to know about is what I call the kick serve toss or the second serve toss. Now the placement of this kick serve or the second serve toss will be slightly behind your head. Now if you're a right-handed player, it will be behind your head and slightly to your left. And if you're a left-handed player, it will be behind your head and slightly to your right. And if you let the ball fall, it will be falling slightly behind the baseline as opposed to on your first serve where it was falling inside the baseline. One of the biggest advantages of this kick serve toss is that when the ball hits the other side of the court, when it hits the other service box in your opponent's side, it will kick up and will produce a high powerful ball that will make it much harder for your opponent to return it. Rather than the ball just staying low and flat, it will be kicking up and making it much more challenging to return. Another advantage of this kick serve or the second serve will be that it's going to have a greater margin for error. So the ball is going to be clearing the net much higher, so it's going to have a higher net clearance, and it's also going to be safer from the line, so it's not going to be skimming the lines as you will see more on the first serve. So the disadvantage of this second serve is that you're going to be losing some power on it. Now think of it as a trade-off. You're losing some power, but you're gaining a lot of safety. So this is a really good serve or toss to do for your second serve. Now another thing that I wanted to mention is that for you to be able to do a really effective kick serve, you're going to want to be doing it in a chopper or a continental grip. And now let's move into our third serve toss, which is the slice serve toss. So as the name implies, you're going to be cutting or slicing the ball. The placement for this toss will be slightly out to your side. It's going to be similar to your first serve toss where it's out in front. So if you let the ball fall, it will be falling inside the baseline, inside the court, but it will be slightly out to your side. So if you're a right-handed player, it will be slightly out to your right. If you're a left-handed player, it will be slightly out to your left. The advantage of this toss is that it's going to be allowing you to open up the court a lot more, create a lot wider serves, pulling your opponent out wide and opening a lot more court space for your next shot. The disadvantage of a slice serve is that it can become easier to read, especially if you start tossing the ball too far to the side. Then the opponent will see that you're probably going to be cutting the ball and slicing it out wide. So another disadvantage of this slice toss is that it's limiting your placement options. So placing the ball down the tee, for example, becomes a lot more difficult. Another thing to note is that to hit a really effective slice serve, you're also going to need to be in a chopper or a continental grip. So I'd like to find out from you guys which of the serving tosses you are already using in your game and which ones are maybe new or you're struggling with. So if you let me know in the comments section below. And if you need help in your game, then Inga's Tennis School now offers personalized online tennis coaching services, including video technique analysis. So head to our website, ingastennischool.com, and see if we can help you out to improve your game. Now, thanks for watching, keep practicing, and I'll see you next time.